Hey guys, what's up? So the last time I gave you guys a little walk around when I just picked this Yamaha R1 up 2017, I practically picked this bike up with a lot of goodies. The little walk around I gave you guys, I want to show you guys a little bit more in depth of what I picked this bike up with. So yes, it is a Yamaha R1. However, this bike is not my first bike. My first bike was actually a Yamaha FZ07. I sold that FZ07 and got a Yamaha R6 2008. I rode that for a couple of years, and then I saw this baby online. Talked to the seller. He gave me a good deal, and I just decided to snatch it. So it's my first time riding a super motorbike, like, you know, a R1 like. So I'm still breaking into it, still learning the power modes and stuff like that. So basically I snatched this bike. It has a lot of good stuff on it. He has the carbon fiber tank covered. Yeah, he also had a carbon fiber right there. He did also change out the levers, you know, frame slider, and he also did a little changes to the levers as well. So he also did the fender eliminator. I can tell that this person practically who had this bike before me really loved this bike. So basically he put carbon fiber on whatever he could get his hands on. So I'm gonna take this and I'm gonna make it a little bit of my own. He still has the OEM seat on it. I'm thinking about changing that out, getting me something a little bit more softer. And this baby do need an oil change. And I do not have to get an exhaust because he has a pretty good exhaust on this, and it's a full exhaust, right? Start it up for you guys and let you hear the sound of it. Hey guys, remember the last time we spoke I told you that this baby needs an oil change? Okay, let's go get some oil. Ran into some really nice cars on my way to go getting oil. Oh, there they are. Fitment really good. Nice color. Let's go get oil. So guys, I'm finally at the dealer. As I said earlier, I'm gonna go pick myself some oil up for that oil change. Have some pretty nice bike inside here, brand new. Okay guys, so we got our oil and our filter, so let's go do an oil change. Okay, so I finally made it back home to do this oil change. Unfortunately guys, I do not own a rear stand to kick the back up off the ground and make it much easier, but I'm gonna just have to work with what I got. A lot of people that I've seen with these motorcycles, they do not have this on the guard right here. They take it off so they can expose their exhaust pipes and stuff like that. However, mine has. So we're gonna start with removing all these bolts on both sides. So it's gonna be on this side and on this side. So you're gonna be removing all of those just so you can get access to the drain plug and the filter. All right, so let's go. Okay guys, so I've removed the left side. I've made sure to keep my bolts in order. Although it's very hard to put bolts where they're not supposed to go with this flaring, I just make sure to keep them on one side. At least for me, that's what I do to make sure everything stays where they're supposed to. So they're in order right there. So that long one is from the rear, and those other three right there goes right there and right there. And always make sure, if you have this kind of flaring at the bottom, make sure all those rubbers stay in contact, or if they do fall out, just go ahead and put them right back when you're ready to screw them up. So this is the left side. Let's go over to the right side. Okay, so we're now on the right side, and the only thing we're gonna do is just repeat the same process that we did on the other side. All right, there is also 2 additional bolts in the front right below your oil cooler. You want to make sure once you get all the bolts out, as I said, I keep my bolts where they're supposed to go. In the front, you want to make sure that once you get all your bolts loose, you want to push the underguard up after you pull all these flarings to the side. Just slightly pull them to the side. You want to make sure you push your flaring up as it's seated right in these grooves. So you have to push it up and then pull it forward to get it loose. If you have carbon fiber, you want to always try to protect it. So I did go ahead and lay a little thing down just so it doesn't fall on the floor like that. So as you can see, most of it is now exposed. And guys, it is a little bit warm because I just rode this bike to go get the oil. So it's a little bit warm, so be careful if you had taken a ride before doing the oil change. There we go, a better view of everything. And our drain plug is right there. As for the filter, it'll be located on the left side, right there. So for me, I don't think I may pull this and this just so I can get a little bit more room to take the filter out without put too much stress on the flaring. So okay, so I got my little oil pan set up underneath there. I do not know if this will be able to hold the entire 4 quarts, but however, this is my first time doing my own oil change. Normally I'll just take it into that someone do it. So let's see if it holds it. Oh my. Let's see if I'm gonna make a mess. Still going. Okay. So that's basically the last of it coming out. Just so I don't make any mistake with this, I am going to go ahead and put my drain plug right back. So I went ahead and replaced the drain plug. I do not have a torque wrench to give it that specific torque that the drain plug should be torqued back to, but I make sure it was snug. You know, you don't want to over tighten it to damage your threading, so I just make sure it's snug. So I had to remove a bolt that was here and here to give a little bit more access to the oil filter that's right there. I did go ahead and put a little piece of foil paper on the exhaust pipes just so the oil doesn't drip on it, and then when you start the engine it starts to smoke because it's going to be burning off that oil that drip onto it. So the foil paper will prevent that from happening. So he got the K&N filter on it, and I got the OEM filter. I think the only differences with these is that it has that on it, while the OEM filter that's the OEM filter right there. It doesn't have that nub on the top, but basically it's the same thing. So I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the dealer and see if I can get one of this one. So I'll be right back. I went back to the dealer and got me a new filter, because the OEM filter, it didn't come with this section here. It has that right there that you can see, and on the motorbike it has this that is supposed to just, I don't even know what's the purpose of this. I think it's just to secure it. But however, old filter, this is the old one, this is the new one, so I'm about to put this one on. So it's always suggested that you put a little bit of lube on the O-ring of the filter. They suggest that you use some of the new oil, but I'm gonna go ahead and use some of the old oil because it was just in this motorbike and it didn't do any damage. So I doubt it's gonna do any damage to the filter rubber right here. So let's go ahead. Yep. I'll be using the full synthetic oil, 10W40. That's what Yamaha recommends that you use, so I'm going with the manual using the 10W40. So let's go ahead and put the oil in. Fortunately, to put the oil in, you're gonna need a Allen key to open this right here. So once you open that, you're just gonna pour the oil in. It takes 4.5 quarts, so I guess that's gonna be for that and a half of this one. Let me hold it up so you can see. It's gonna be a half of this one. So let's start putting the oil in. Right, so the oil is in, and I made sure to do a little walk around by double checking my drain plug and just checking the filter to make sure everything is snug, and just to make sure there's no drip from the drain plug, because you don't want to have a drip after you put everything back up just to take it back down. So double check everything after you're done. Alright, so I made sure all the bolts are tightened properly, the filter is tightened properly. And guys, if there's anything that you think I could have done to make this oil change better, leave it in the comment section. I'll definitely take it in mind for my next oil change. Remember, this is my first time doing my own oil change. I normally just take it to the shop. So anything you think I could have done better, or if you think there's a way to do it easier, let me know. So that's it, all put back together. Make sure you put all your screws and bolts back in. Make sure you get all your screws and bolts in. So I am gonna take it for a little ride. I'm gonna leave it to get warm. I'm gonna take it for a ride, and then I don't know if you can see that glass right in there, but there's a way that you can look and see where the oil level is at. So as soon as I let it warm up and stuff, I'm gonna go back and have a look, and if it needs a little bit more, then I'll go ahead and add it. But that's it.